Hello, everyone, and welcome to the We Know Nothing podcast, a podcast about Game of Thrones where we talk about the news, episodes, trailers, pretty much anything, and make predictions that will probably be wrong. I am Nathan Talon. I'll be your host, and with me today is...
My name is Nicholas Talon. I'm the brother of Nathan Talon.
And...
Michael Lehman, brother to no one.
And we each have varying degrees of love for Game of Thrones. I'm obsessed with it. I'll just come out and say it. I look at everything that comes out besides the leaks because I think that's stupid. How about you, Nick?
I'm pretty close. I watched, at the point when I started watching it, there's only 5 seasons out. I watched it relatively fast. I'd say it took me about a month and a half to finish the whole series. I was in high school at the time, so that definitely was a huge block of my time. But I don't do as much research as Nate, but I definitely look into the show. I try and find videos about it to look deeper into the show, connected to the books even, just for the fact that I love the story that's being portrayed here in the whole series. And that's pretty much the extent. I'm really excited for season 7, and I'm excited.
All right, how about you, Mike?
I was with Game of Thrones from the beginning. I'm not as big as a fan as you two guys, but I rewatched the series, the season 4, and I'm in the middle of my second rewatch right now, and I'm halfway through on season 4, episode 3.
Awesome. So today, since season 7 hasn't started yet, we're going to be running through the trailers and kind of do a frame-by-frame thing. But since it is a podcast, it will be more of like our predictions and less based on the visuals. We'll still go off of that to like jumpstart the conversation, though. So, I mean, let's get started with trailer number 1 so far. We have just, of course, the HBO splash here.
Very good bokeh, I'd say.
What's a bokeh?
Bokeh is the blur that a lens portrays to separate the foreground from the background.
All right.
Okay, here we have just Cersei walking. So how do we feel about Cersei after the events of the season 6 finale?
After her son's death?
After she blew up the Sept of Baelor and, all of her kids are dead now.
She's a dumbass, in my opinion, for the fact that she's smart in some aspects, but literally she preached through the first 5 seasons and 9 episodes that her kids were her everything. And minus Marcella, to an extent, she played a huge role in their deaths.
Well, she doesn't even know about Tommen yet, right?
She finds out. Yeah.
Does she?
Yeah. Yep. And she just doesn't care, and that's like...
Well, she's the queen now.
That's her turning point where she's like, yeah, I'm full evil now, basically.
And she did have the prophecy where it says, like, she'll be queen, and she'll have children, but gold will be their crowns, and gold will be their shrouds, which means they all die.
Right.
And that happened, and then they say in the prophecy as well that... that a younger, more beautiful queen will come in. And this whole time she thought it was Marjorie.
Yep.
But Marjorie's dead, and she's queen now, technically.
Yep.
So I think Dany is that queen, and I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, and Cersei doesn't even see that coming as of right now, correct? She doesn't really know anything. Or does she get tipped off about the Targaryen?
Well, there's always been, just talks about the Targaryens throughout the series, that she's over there doing stuff, but no one really believes she's that big of a threat yet, but she has everything as we see in this next frame with Grey Worm and the Unsullied army just chilling.
They even got a logo going too. Is that true right there? Go back.
Yeah, it has the 3 dragons because Rhaegar believed in this thing that the dragon will have 3 heads, and right now she has 3 dragons. And there's 2 Targaryens alive right now.
So is that confirmed that Tyrion is a Targaryen?
If that's true, then I think they jumped the shark on the show. But
why? If they've been giving hints,
I just think it would lessen the reveal that we got in the season 6 finale with Jon, because that's such a big deal that Jon's part Targaryen. And I feel like if you're just and there's another character that's part Targaryen too, even though he's another fan favorite, it kind of takes away from the special aspect of Jon's story.
But what if it's a different reveal in such way that, let's say it's season 8 and we have the final episode or something and Tyrion dies before he even knows, and it's more of a find out after he's dead? How would you feel about that?
Yeah, sure.
Do you think that'd be better than when he was alive and then you're like, whoa, we got 3 people stomping the grounds?
I feel like it might just mean that there needs to be 3 dragon riders because she has 3 dragons. and I think that might be Jon, Daenerys, and Tyrion. But that's too Disney and too happy ending, so I don't think that's how it's gonna end up going.
I mean, but you've heard everyone say that's been involved with the show that well, not everyone, but that's not going to be a happy ending.
Half of the people we're talking about are going to be dead by episode 9 of the season.
Episode 6. There's 7 episodes this season.
By episode 2 of the next season.
Like, yeah,
Would
I
be
think,
episode 9 of this season.
like,
Yeah,
I
it'll
think
be
we're gonna be
cleared out.
losing a bunch of people this season. Like, I don't think people. I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know who's gonna die this season, but I have some good guesses as to an episode where we're gonna lose probably 6 characters that we've been with for a long time.
And we'll get to that soon.
Yep. Okay, here we have it's just like the map table of Dragonstone where Dany will be, which is where
Yeah.
Stannis was.
Yep, and that's a really cool shot, though, I have to say.
And yeah, it's good to note that the Targaryens had Dragonstone before Stannis did, and after the rebellion, Robert gave it to Stannis. So
Yeah, okay. Then we
and we got the ship in the darkness.
is that Greyjoys or
This
what?
is Euron Greyjoy's ship.
Yep. Okay.
People in the trailer, she says like enemies to the east or whatever. I think Euron is 100% gonna side with Cersei,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe Cersei may even promise marriage so that he would be the king. Because right now Cersei doesn't really have anything besides the mountain and Qyburn
literally.
and maybe Jaime, but we don't even know about that. He might just be fighting for the Lannisters at this point, not for Cersei. But the showrunners have been saying that Euron is going to be worse than Ramsay Bolton.
Yeah. I've seen that multiple places. I've seen actually a tweet, I believe. I literally cannot remember the source, so people are probably going to be calling me fake news. But I remember seeing that someone said that Euron is going to make Ramsay look like a little bitch, literally.
It's, I don't know. In the books, he's like pretty messed up, and in the show, they didn't really get him to be like he is in the books right now.
Who?
Euron, because he
Oh,
has like
okay.
an eye patch. He like is addicted to like this substance and stuff like that. He's supposed to be insane.
They haven't. Well, now that I think about it, then they haven't really done a good job so far with that.
Well,
then.
they barely
he just
showed
got
Euron.
introduced, though. Didn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
Didn't
like,
he?
He's been
Was
in,
that-
He's maybe had 5 minutes of screen time, maybe 10, in like the whole last season.
And he killed his dad. I mean, give him a break.
Yeah. Did he? Okay.
That's his brother.
And he
Balon's
killed his
his
brother.
He killed-
like I
his brother.
said.
When did he kill his brother? I'm forgetting. Is it? I know it was
The
on the
rope
bridge.
Episode 2, right
Okay,
before.
yep. It's when I forget her name.
Yeah, Yara.
Yara goes to save Reek.
No, wrong.
That's
No.
way earlier. That's season 4-ish.
Dang, I must be tweaking extra today.
Yeah, it's just like Balon gets in a fight with Yara or something, and then he goes out on the bridge like he's going to bed, and then he goes like,
Oh, yeah,
I
remember.
am the drowned god or whatever, and then he throws him off.
Yep, I remember.
And I'm like, whoop, he's dead. That was anticlimactic. But that was the third leech that Melisandre threw into the fire.
Is Euron the last like main player in this Game of Thrones that is going to be thrown into the mix, or is there?
Yeah, I
still-
think this is the last like new big name that we'll get, because I think all the characters that we have now, that's like our pieces for the
Right.
game. And I think Euron is just the last addition to it, because I don't think they don't have time to add any
Yeah,
characters.
It, it seemed like, where are we going to go with this? Like a whole nother storyline is coming into play. But I guess we lose some every season too.
Mhm. But I think Euron and Cersei's are gonna merge, and I think later on in the trailer we see some more of Euron doing some stuff. So let's just keep going.
Yeah, and while you're going forward, I just want to say that I think that it'd be dumb on their part. Obviously, I'm not a huge professional into that kind of thing, but for like story building and stuff. But I think with 2 shortened seasons coming, I think it'd be dumb for them to introduce a main character that's going to
Yeah,
play a
exactly.
part in the end game.
Exactly.
But
Shortened season premiere length episodes.
Yeah.
true, that is true. But still, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
Also, there's like a lightning strike, and you can see clearly see the Kraken on the sails. So it's pretty much Euron. More of the map table. Daenerys probably planning some attack, and we'll see more of that attack later.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a guy sharpening his sword. I don't really look too
Any-
much into it.
You don't think so?
No.
No one important.
That HBO in the bottom corner makes me think this is coming out on HBO.
Good pickup, honestly.
Yep.
That's a good lead for us.
Well,
He
some-
doesn't seem to be wearing like armor or anything. He just seems to be wearing like some.
Yeah,
normal
maybe
getup.
maybe a preparation for a battle.
Well, yeah, of course it's a preparation. He's not.
maybe a preparation for a battle, I'd say.
Okay.
Arya's in the north. What did she just get done doing?
She murdered Walder Frey.
Right. She fed him the pie.
Yeah.
And now she is going to find what Sansa and Jon.
Yeah, I think she's heading back to Winterfell now.
That's gonna be awesome.
My guess is that she's gonna run in with the Brotherhood Without Banners. And then
Again?
Yeah.
her and the Hound are gonna get back. Also, very key point is if we believe that Melisandre, everything that she says is correct, which so far it has been, she said that she will see Arya again. So what do we make of that? If she's in the north, maybe Melisandre on her way down.
Melisandre's
sees
with
Arya.
Davos.
Melisandre got kicked out of Winterfell.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
she's-
right.
They're like deuces, and then she's got because if she
So
comes
she's
back,
just going south.
yeah. And like
What are her prospects? What's her story now?
as we see later, I think she's at Dragonstone, so she might join up with Dany, and maybe say like, "Hey, there's this guy John, and there's like this thing that's going on with these zombie things. You should fight them instead of worrying about the throne, or else you won't have a throne to sit on."
Yeah. 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 Well, that's cool. Yeah.
I'm interested to see what Arya's up to because for the past couple seasons, I haven't been too invested in her storyline because it's just been drawn out. It seems.
I like her character though. I know the story, like especially last season, it seems so dragged out, but I really do like her character. I've liked it the whole show.
I do too. I feel like she's a jack of all trades, master of none. Like she's getting
Yeah.
a really nice base of skills.
And I liked her since the beginning for the aspect that she didn't want to be like everyone else.
Yeah.
So
Here we just have a giant map. We've seen some pictures of a guy painting it for Cersei. And one thing that I want to point out is it is Cersei and Jaime here. And another part of Cersei's prophecy is that the Valancourt will be the end of Cersei, like kill her. And
Yep.
that means little brother. Now, she always thought it was Tyrion, but recently people have been thinking it's Jaime.
yep.
And one thing that's very interesting about this picture, and it could be completely random, could be whatever, is here Cersei is standing on a place called the Neck, and Jaime is standing where the fingers are, like the islands of the fingers.
Oh my god.
So it could like
I
fingers
can,
around neck.
and
That's a pretty good pull.
wow, yeah. Who?
Nice
wow.
conspiracy.
Where'd you get that source?
You just plug the puzzle pieces together and you get some stuff.
That's not how it works at all.
So
I was gonna comment on this picture, but now that you said that, let's just keep going because
Right?
mine doesn't matter anymore. I was gonna say he has a sword, which I don't know if that'd lead to anything, but
yeah, he
And-
didn't get. That's like
So
honestly.
you think Jamie's gonna strangle Cersei?
Yeah, I think.
And then
100%.
hook up with Brienne.
I think because Jaime also believes that him and Cersei will die together, so I think they'll both die.
I want to see Brienne fight the Mountain.
ooh,
Could happen.
let's make a video game. We could just do it.
Like
there.
honestly, but Brienne's up north.
I hate the mountains character. I don't know why. It
Robert
just-
Strong.
Yeah, like it just.
Also, Dany's vision of the crumbled throne room with ash coming down or snow. It could be that Cersei, like as Dany's coming in, Cersei blows up King's Landing, and then Jaime's like killing her as she's doing it, and then he dies in the explosion.
But-
Or
She doesn't have anything wildfire left to blow anything
she
up.
does, because it's all over the city.
It's planted
She just
underneath.
blew
Oh.
up the cache underneath the Sept of Baelor. But also, if the dragons come in and start breathing fire on King's Landing, could it set off the wildfire?
But that's the thing. I think that's if that does happen, that's going to be the point where obviously Dany starts losing the people around her, and also you're going to get into that aspect of that she can't be burned, so she'll be all by herself.
Dragon fire plus what equals obsidian?
Oh, what was it?
I don't remember. That was early, wasn't it? When they talked about it.
It's dragon glass, so my guess is sand. It's just obsidian, so it might be water and dragon fire, sand and dragon fire. I don't know. But that will be key if they want to kill the White Walkers.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah. So I think
and
okay.
Sam's going to be important with that, I feel.
Yeah, people are sleeping on Sam.
They are.
Here's
Lannister
Lannister's
army.
marching.
Sansa too, I think.
Yeah, Sansa's going to
Oh,
be a
yeah.
big role in this season.
Okay, wait.
Lannisters-
Is it Sansa or Sansa? I say Sansa.
Sansa. I say
Sansa.
either or. Here we just have Lannister army marching, getting prepared for a fight with Dany's army. We will see that later on. This is just basically in this one, you just see everyone that's loyal to Cersei. You got the Lannister people that they pay, so that's not really loyalty. And then you have Jamie, Qyburn, and the Mountain, and that's pretty much all she has right now. So we'll see. There is
Oh.
someone talking to
Yeah.
her right now.
Can you go back?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
can't
don't
really
know if you
tell.
can tell. It, Yeah.
2 frames forward.
Yeah, you can't really pick that out. Someone probably has though on the internet. I won't hold my breath.
Jamie looking mad, also wearing Lannister armor, so he's with the. Cersei didn't bring him back into the Queen's Guard.
She looks disgusting. like not disgusting in his like. She just looks
Disgusted.
mean. Like she looks mean there.
I like her getup though. Her getup looks good.
Yeah. Kind of a Maleficent thing going on.
Also, this is one of my favorite parts of the trailer when she's saying that they're the last Lannisters, the last ones that count, and then my boy Tyrion rolls up with these dragons just flying.
This is one of my favorite shots from this trailer.
And they're at Dragonstone because
He
you can
still
see
has the hand pin.
Yep, he's
that is the hand of the queen.
hand of the queen.
Because Daenerys gave it to him in the.
I got
finale.
you. I got you.
And then
You got
they're
the
at
dragon.
Dragonstone with the dragons.
Yep.
Massive now. Danny just arriving at Dragonstone. Probably will happen in the first episode, so they get that out of the way.
Yeah.
And then everything will happen after that, like all of their fights. I don't think that there's been some, because there's a bunch of ship stuff later on that they get stuck at sea in a fight, but I don't think that happens until later.
Okay.
This is the beach of Dragonstone. Also on Dragonstone, there is a bunch of dragon glass.
Okay.
So
do you think they'll
that
discover
could be
that?
key.
Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there is a discovery. I mean, it's known that it's there.
Okay.
Here is Danny on her throne at
See,
Dragonstone.
that throne's pretty cool though. I don't know why she'd want to give it up for the Iron Throne. I'm kidding.
Also here, this is when stuff starts getting interesting. We see the Unsullied storming into a place with the Lannister crest on
Yeah.
it. This is Casterly Rock, 100%. So Danny's making a play.
And who's the Lord there right now?
Well, technically it's Jamie, because Tywin's dead, Kevin's dead.
Jamie didn't take it though.
I know, so no one's there from the land. Like,
Okay.
Have
big
we
name.
ever seen Casterly?
We have never seen it.
No.
We've never seen in the show.
No. So this is interesting. We just got Unsullied fighting some Lannister people.
Yep. Murder. Yep.
Then we go to my boy John.
That's when the audio
Brienne
says
and-
the king in the north. and
Brienne,
that's-
Sansa, Giant Spain.
Yeah, we have that whole squad. Davos, Sansa, Littlefinger's there too. Brienne, John, Lyanna Mormont's probably a big deal now.
Yeah, they're gonna pump her into the show a little bit more.
And that's 2 different shots because Brienne's not up there anymore and he's behind the thing. Who knows what that is? Probably a rally about the war with the White Walkers. We have Littlefinger whispering in Sansa's ear. Now, do we, like, they keep saying that Littlefinger and Sansa are, like, playing against Jon in the season, but in the finale to season 6, Sansa says it herself, like, only a fool would trust Littlefinger. So do we think Sansa's playing Littlefinger?
Absolutely. He told everyone, he told her that everyone is a better liar than her, and she's been through at this point the worst of any character on this show. She's
Besides
becoming a good liar.
maybe
Theon.
Theon.
No, she
Okay,
twice.
fi-
No, twice. She got Joffrey and then she got Ramsay Bolton, the 2 most hated characters.
True.
And you're gonna tell me losing one penis is worth than that?
I'm talking more of the torture, but yeah, Sansa's had it rough.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
and definitely Ramsay raped her, and Joffrey killed her dad, and
The only good husband she had is Tyrion, and then
and she
didn't
hated
even like
Tyrion.
Tyrion.
Theon's had it bad, but I mean Sansa's had a worse life.
Yeah,
so
I'm
far.
waiting for the Sansa like big power move and I think this
Yeah.
is it. You had a theory that Sansa's gonna kill Littlefinger.
Yes, but I just want to say before I even touch on that I hope that her killing Ramsay with the dogs is not her power move.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I think that was just more of a like straight to Ramsay instead of her whole character arc. You know what I mean? But yeah, I have a theory that probably millions of other people have, that in this trailer, is it this trailer?
It's the second.
It's the second trailer that we're going to be going over, that when she's talking about the lone wolf and the pack stays together and all this stuff, that's either her telling Peter Baelish that, or my theory is that that's what she she's telling him is she's killing him or something to that extent before she kills him.
No, if she's saying the lone wolf gets killed, then that would be her joining Littlefinger. That would be her saying we need to keep this together.
No,
because in season 1, that's what Ned says to Arya. Like it's kind of like a family thing where it's like the lone wolf dies. So if you turn your back on the Starks, you die, but the pack survives. So Littlefinger is telling Sansa to get rid of Jon. And then she's like, no, we got to stay together as a family.
You don't think she's trying to convince
No.
him that they need to just like keep a truce together, but she knows
No.
what the fuck he's up to?
No.
I really hope not, because I don't want them to make Sansa into a villain.
It's
like
too-
she's been through too much.
Yeah.
She could easily be the next Cersei.
She could, and I think I'll get to it a little bit later, but I think she will become the queen in the North. I don't think John's holding on to that for this season.
I think it's too far along for her to make a truce with Peter Baelish. Something needs to happen with Peter coming up. It's got to be soon with Peter. He's such a huge player in the game that with what he's doing, twisting people around his fingers and everything like that, something's got to give here. I don't think there'll be any truces.
I think Varys is the better Peter Baelish because he's doing it more for the realm and not for himself, while Peter's doing it for himself, and he hasn't
Exactly.
made like a lot of mistakes so far, but I feel like he's about to make one right now
Exactly.
by trying to turn Sansa against Jon when the Starks are like so tight knit. Even with Jon's like heritage and stuff, I still feel like Sansa will stand by him, and it will be the downfall of. Like, this is the one, like, Littlefinger usually doesn't trust anyone, but for some reason he's trusting Sansa.
Because
like,
he loves her. Like, literally, that's what I'm trying to say is, like, something's got to give because he's letting his, I don't want to say his love life, but his love interest kind of intervene with his whole plan just for that aspect.
And he doesn't love Sansa. He loves the idea of her.
Yeah, he loves her mother. That's
Yeah.
what that's what he
Exactly.
sees in
Exactly.
Sansa. That's an unpure love. That one's not.
Yeah.
It's gonna get. But Jon and Daenerys are gonna get married, and they're gonna rule King's Landing, and then Sansa gets the North, and then dragons get everything else.
Do you think a dragon will die this season?
I think a dragon's gonna show its boobs for the first time in anything.
Okay, and then in this clip we have just the wall bringing up a gate, probably Castle Black, and I think this is just when either Jon leaves to go fight or Bran is coming in.
Okay. And then let's keep it going.
This is Theon, fiery, definitely.
Yeah, we got some cool sparks going in front of the camera.
Definitely
I like
a
that.
ship battle. This is when Euron and Yara and Theon's fleets will probably clash, and this will be a battle. I think we might lose Yara here.
Which I don't really care for.
Yikes. Here we have Melisandre. It looks like she's on Dragonstone. Like
It appears, yeah, it
and
appears
then
so.
she looks down and sees like the path.
Is that then where Jamie was, when he was walking by that dead person?
No, that might be High Garden, which is where the Tyrells are from.
Okay.
But I don't know.
And we have not seen
It
that
might-
yet.
It looks like the same. I mean, the same.
We haven't seen High Garden either on TV, have we?
Mm-mm. Yeah, I think she might team up with Dany. I don't know
Is that-
100% if this is Dragonstone, but
Is that okay? Yeah.
So who's approaching here?
I don't know.
No.
My guess is
1, 2,
It kinda looks like
3, 4, 5,
Unsullied
6,
troops.
7. No, they don't have shields or anything like that.
yeah, you're right.
We'll figure it out sooner or later.
This is a bunch of people in wildling furs up north,
Running away from something.
running away from something
evidently.
or towards something. We'll
Well,
touch
no, a guy looks back
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah,
running.
yeah.
They're running for their lives.
Okay, we'll touch more on that later because there's another shot. This is just Arya, more of Arya in the north. Do we think that she'll meet up with Sansa or Jon this season?
I do.
You do?
I think it'll be towards obviously the tail end. I don't know what's going to prevent her from meeting up with them, but I think it'll be later rather than.
What is
sooner.
her purpose left? Does she still have names that she's chasing down?
Yeah.
Or
I mean, Cersei's in the mountain and the Hound.
Yeah.
everybody she's going for, everybody on her list is south. She's going north. Why is she going north?
Because she just said that she wants to go home now. She's done with all
Yeah.
this crap. She wants to
Yeah.
go home.
That's bullshit. She wants to kill
Dude,
everyone.
she was literally, she was so close to being reunited with Rob and Catelyn, and just everything was going to be fine. And then she witnessed everyone just getting blown away. So I think that I don't blame her at all for trying to go back.
And
to
then she went
Winterfell.
to where Lysa Arryn is and all that, and then they found out she was dead, and Sansa left with Littlefinger, and no one was there
Yeah,
for her either. So then
exactly.
she's just like, whatever. Here's another important shot. There is a story of like the last hero, I think it is, where a person goes north of the wall to fight the White Walkers and has a group of 12 people with them, and I think it might be John. And here, if you count it, it's 12 people here, and it is going to be the Brotherhood without banners with them. I think that's going to be like the Hound, Barrack, Thoros of Myr. There's a guy with a warhammer. People have been speculating that's Gendry. I think that's true. I think Gendry's going to join back up with the Brotherhood, or he already has, and we just haven't seen him yet.
Where was Davos sending him when he put him in the boat?
He just sent him off.
Or he was just
well,
sending
he
him?
did say keep the shore on your left side, which if he did, then he'd just keep going around Dragonstone, and then he'd die. So I don't know if he just was like, is Davos screwing with me, and he just left for the Brotherhood.
Well, where did he release him from?
Dragonstone, because Stannis was at Dragonstone at that point.
Yep.
I thought we hadn't seen Dragonstone yet.
No, we have. We haven't seen Casterly Rock and Highgarden.
Okay.
So yeah, I think he might have joined up because we've seen barely anything of the Brotherhood in a while. Like
Yeah,
all we've seen is
yeah.
like when they were on the road and they met with the Hound. So maybe he already joined back with them, and we just haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
If the map is a clock, what time is Dragonstone?
Loaded question.
Like, I think it's like 5 o'clock because it's kind of by.
So bottom to the right.
Yeah, I think it's kind of by King's Landing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, yeah, we all know that just Dany is getting close. The King's Landing. She's getting there.
but the sad thing about this whole last hero thing is that every single one of these people die except John. Or if John is the last hero, he's the last. He's like the only person that survives this fight. So we could lose if all those people are there. People think that Jorah is there as well.
We lose
Everyone.
everyone. Literally. Well, not literally. I don't know why I said that.
This is Littlefinger in the crypts lurking,
Just, like like that's how he does it.
doing Littlefinger things. I'll touch more on that later. This is the Dothraki jumping over. Because I think they're jumping over a shield wall
Yep.
and just murdering some Lannister people. This is that
Ship battle.
the same thing with the Greyjoys. This is Davos saying if they don't fight the war, doesn't matter whose skeleton sits on the Iron Throne, and I think people need to
Beautiful
listen.
quote.
Yeah.
No one's gonna listen though, because everyone's just power hungry.
Here's Darth Vader. I mean the mountain, and then what do we think this is? Because I have no idea.
It looks like it's that's for the ship. That's they're walking
It's the
the
ship battle?
Yeah, the ship battle. That's them going over onto the ship. Yep.
So Littlefinger and Jon are in the crypts.
Yeah, you've told me your theory on this. Go ahead and say it.
Okay, so Littlefinger and Jon in the crypts. Jon seems to be throwing him up against the wall, and if you look closely, I think that might be Lyanna Stark's thing in the back. I don't know for sure.
It looks like it. Yeah.
So what I think happens, hear me out. What I think happens is this might be like second episode. Littlefinger is trying to push Jon out of the north. So he reveals to Jon his identity as like a Targaryen and stuff.
Yep.
And of course the people wouldn't have that because they think that he's the son of Ned Stark. So what I think happens is that Jon bails and joins up with the Brotherhood without banners because they want to fight the White Walkers as well.
Yeah.
And
we-
Arya and the Hound are back with him in this.
Possibly. And then Sansa becomes the queen in the north because we see later Jon wearing wildling furs why isn't he wearing the Stark stuff when he's the north? Because that stuff's warm too. You
Exactly.
got multiple.
Question. Just to backtrack a little bit. This may be a really dumb question, but like I have to ask it because it's in my head right now. Is there any way Arya is in that group of 12?
It's possible, but I don't know. All those people seem like dudes. And like Arya's a small person. And
Yeah, right. You're right.
She is just set
But-
up to be the perfect assassin.
I mean,
there has to be a
I'm not
big
gonna-
kill for her.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys though. If you go back and look, I was counting them when you said to count them. There is a pretty small figure at the very bottom of the screen.
Okay.
So
we'll go back.
okay.
This is just Unsullied and Lannisters clashing. I think we'll see more of that in the second trailer of my theory on that. Arya, is she back in Winterfell, here?
Yeah, I think that's just her looking.
People think that's Jorah's arm.
it's gotta be.
Dothraki killing some Lannisters. Do we think Jaime's in this battle? I think so.
Then you got Tormund and Jon running.
Also, if you see the
wilding
back,
furs.
looks like there's a guy in Night's Watch gear too. So we might get like Dolores Ed back with them, stuff like
Yes,
that.
yeah.
That might round out the
The
12.
12. Yep.
This is Grey Worm and Missandei getting it on, which they can't really. But what I think this is because Grey Worm we see is in the siege of Casterly Rock, so I think this might just be their goodbye, because I think we're losing Grey Worm this season.
Yeah, I think that's fair to assume.
This is Yara and Ilaria Sand going at it. The last person Ilaria kissed died, so how do we feel about this?
Yeah, she's dead.
Yara's dead?
Who's playing
think
who
so.
in that?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Something. Okay, I think that's after the Lannisters are dead.
Nope, that might be when Tyrion's saying, "Look, I got some inside info on Casterly Rock because I used to be the person that looked after the sewers. We can get an elite force in, let the Unsullied in, and they can storm it." And then she's like, "Yeah," and then he knocks over the lion like deuces. We see 2 people jump into the water here.
During an explosion, so that's got to be during the battle on the ship,
Now it could be Theon and Yara.
which
Bouncing.
I think that'd be fair,
One of them is Theon, I think,
easily.
because
I mean, who else matters that would be on that ship besides Yara and Theon?
no one.
Well, because Yara and Theon, didn't they peace out at the end of?
No, they're with Dany.
Oh yeah.
They're
I
in
completely
Dany's
forgot
fleet.
about that. Yeah.
Here's like the money shot of the massive army with the dragon,
Can
and
you scale it up by like 3,000% so we can see the CG in the back?
there is someone on the dragon too. You can
I
see
don't
like that little bump.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because it's not uneven like it would be a spine.
Okay. I mean, maybe.
Someone's on that. See, you see the shoulder there.
Yep. They go
End of the
over.
trailer. Okay.
Trailer 1.
That's our predictions based on the first one. Some stuff we already went over, so we'll just skim over that in the second trailer. But there is some more key stuff that I feel like deserves some touching on in this next one. Do we think this first shot is Arya walking? Is this like a new shot from this season, or do we think it's kind of like her
All-
walking away from that last confrontation she had with him?
Well, all
What
I
was
know.
the last confrontation?
It was in the finale. He was like, "All I see when I close my eyes is me on the Iron Throne with you next to me."
Right.
All I know in this one is if we obviously keep moving forward, which you can do, she keeps looking over or back to something, and she's just trying to
There
kind of
is
get
someone
away.
back there too. You can see when she turns.
Yeah, she's trying to move away from something. So, I don't know
Watch.
if I don't know if it's Peter or who would be. She seemed kind of She seemed kind of distressed. So I just
she's got some tears in her eyes, but that might just be because it's cold.
it's pretty damn cold up
You say
there.
there's someone behind you?
Yeah, watch when
Where?
she turns.
Oh yeah, by the tree,
Go back a couple of frames before that.
right over her left shoulder.
Yeah, keep going back.
Yeah, she's just blocking it out the
Blocking him,
hole.
and then
Then you see it.
it
It
might
be John. It could be.
'cause
It looks a little bit like John with
It might be.
It looks like Wilding furs.
I don't know. It looks pretty big, but that might be when John says, "Look,
I'm
I'm
leaving."
not your brother. I
Yeah,
gotta leave. You gotta be in charge of."
that may
I'm
be
going
the,
up north.
that may be their goodbye.
Yeah, and that might be why.
That's why she looks upset and she keeps kind of
and
looking.
Then she's like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do."
yeah, that I truly believe that's what that is. We get
'Cause-
the same recycled shot of the.
It might be because now she's kind of left with Littlefinger.
And she has no one there really.
That's Bran and Mira being let in to.
Yep. I was gonna say they have that same recycled shot in between of the wall opening
Mhm.
up. And you got this one.
See, this
Um,
is we got another wildling with him. He's in wildling furs. Definitely cold. He's got like. His
All right, so no.
hair is, like-
John is not going into north of the wall. Bran's coming back south of the wall, and they don't meet up with each other. There's got to be some kind of. Oh yeah, I saw your brother come through here a second ago.
Yeah. There was promo images from the first episode where Ed is letting in Bran and Mira. Maybe there'll be some crossover. I don't know.
Literally, this whole show with the Starks has been that kind of, hey,
This-
your brother was just here. Hey, sister just saw her. That kind of thing. Phone
You
tag.
can't see the other person on his other side though.
Yeah, but obviously,
Wildling furs,
yeah.
or could it be Night's Watch stuff? No, it's definitely Wildling.
that's
stuff.
Wilding stuff.
This is King's Landing welcoming someone. Definitely happy because they're clapping. Can't be Cersei.
They got the spears.
Looks like it might. No, because if you look at, it's not the Unsullied though. Because
no,
of
I
their
know, but they
chain.
got spears. So I'm trying to think. Is it
Greyjoys is my guess.
I was gonna say, no, you're right.
What were you gonna say?
I was thinking not the Sand Sisters, but where are they from? I always forget.
Dorne.
Yeah, the Dornish.
I don't know why they would be welcoming them though, because I thought this was Casterly Rock when I first saw it, but it's King's Landing. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
you
can see
can
the
tell-
castle in the
yeah.
background. Cersei being Cersei.
That's when Jamie kills her. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
That exact moment. Dany running her fingers across the map stuff.
Yep.
Stuff knocked over. Maybe they won some battles. Maybe she lost some people, like Grey Worm, possibly.
Maybe she's getting cocky. I don't know.
I think she's dangerous. Like, I think she's Mad Queen as well. Arya looks a little bit warmer.
Yeah, it
Not
looks
the
like
blue color grading that we see in the north. So this might be first episode her leaving, about to hit up, see something.
that could be. Yeah.
This you see a dead body by Jamie.
So something's already going
I
on.
think
there.
it's either Casterly Rock or Highgarden. I think it might be Casterly Rock because we see him later about to fight in the battle against the dragon. So we just see Littlefinger here again in the crypts doing Littlefinger stuff.
He's doing what he does.
Another shot of the guy sharpening his sword.
Recycled.
Daenerys at Dragonstone. How much do we think she's gonna stay at Dragonstone? Do you think she's gonna
say-
go out and fight or
I'd say.
Are there slaves in Dragonstone?
no?
Then she's gonna get right on to the next thing.
I'd say 3 episodes.
Okay.
3 or 4.
Here we see her tear down Stannis' banner.
So
Rest in
that's
peace.
probably first episode, obviously.
Rest in peace, the Manus. Here's her dragons flying up to it.
That's sweet.
People have said this is Tyrion meeting up with Jon and them. I don't know. I don't know if I believe that.
Same shot of Theon just acting like what had just hit him on the ship fight.
So this is important. This is Grey Worm. This is, you see that hole in the wall. I think this is when Grey Worm cause like sneaks into Casterly Rock, because we see some Unsullied like let him in. And if like back in like season 2 or something, Tyrion was talking to Varys about how he was in charge of like the sewage systems for Casterly Rock, so he knows it in and out. So
Yeah.
he can give them an inside like way
Yeah,
of getting in. And
I will not challenge that at all from you. I think you're right on that one.
I concur.
Brienne and Pod
Duo of the lifetime right there.
in the north, it looks like Winterfell. There was a promo image of them like looks like doing some training in the first episode. So
Oh, okay.
this is the Hound north of the wall. Looks like he's wearing some furs.
Interesting.
Grey Worm dying. I don't know. Unsullied person dying. We got Dothraki charging into the Lannisters.
That's sweet. Ship battle.
Yara
Yara
jumping
Okay.
Theon staring around while Yara
That's gonna
fights.
it's gonna look good, that scene. You can tell that some of the shots we've already seen look amazing.
Here, this is a battle. It looks like it's probably. Oh my god! It looks like it's probably at Casterly Rock. And if you look, you can see Jamie and Bronn like commanding the army. It's probably Jamie and Bronn's just there for the giggles, and that could be them just shooting arrows, maybe looking at a dragon. Who knows what's going on?
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
We see Bran warging into this raven or crow.
Yep.
Night's King looking up. Don't think it's related at all, but it knocks Bran out of the warging.
You think
we
Bran-
see someone standing here? I think it's just the maester that is at Winterfell. I don't think it's Davos or anyone.
Okay. Do you think Bran is the Night King?
Let's compare. There is that theory. They've recasted him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So here's him now, and there's Bran when he's a baby boy. I think it's possible. I think it'd be really awesome. But my theory for the longest time, and it probably isn't true because stuff starts to go away from it, is that I thought the knights, like the White Walkers, come every 1,000 years, and they need like king's blood to be like sacrificed to them to be the new Night's King. And I think they're coming back, and that Jon would take the bullet, and then he'd become the Night's King and bounce away.
I
That's
like it.
interesting.
But I don't know if that'll happen because it seems like it's just going to be war. Like, it's just going to be war against everyone. I want to learn more about the White Walkers, though. I want to know what they want. Because
Exactly.
we have no idea what they want at
They're
this
just
point.
like this kind of this this hovering object that's kind of,
just
you know,
a threat, a constant
Yeah.
threat.
it's just overhanging always.
People think that they just want revenge for what's like, because that basically the Night's King is tortured by being that forever. Like he can't die, he can't unless someone kills him. Like he was a human that was turned into it, and he's just stuck in that form until he finds a way around it. People think you got to remove the dragon glass from his heart. I don't know. Okay, so here's Beric Dondarrion with his fire sword. We've seen him have it before when he fought the Hound. That time he like lit it up with his blood. Here he's just lighting it up with nothing. So what do we think about that? People think he's a
I have
Azor
no
Ahai.
idea.
I don't know.
I mean, if he was the Azor Ahai, why has he been in the show? Like,
Why? Yeah, why has he
like
been absent?
Yeah, like that's just, yeah. I
That's
don't
a
know.
pretty sweet shot though.
Oh yeah, you know they had to put that in the trailer. Like that's as good as it gets.
Pretty legit. And maybe it could kill, even if it's not a Valyrian steel sword. If that's like magic fire, it could kill White Walkers. The
You
only thing
never
that can
know.
kill White Walkers is Valyrian steel, dragon glass, and dragon fire. So maybe we'll see Danny help out with the White Walkers. We'll see. This is Euron's fleet. You can tell because it has like the orange thing in it, and it's not like a traditional Greyjoy thing.
Pretty cool looking
This
ships.
is that same style of ship that we seen in the
Mhm.
previous trailer.
I really like that style of ship. It looks
Mhm.
kind of cool.
Unsullied people probably preparing for a fight,
Yep, and there's a fight.
charging into Castle Rock. See, we see Unsullied people letting more in.
Yep. So they got to go in
yeah, I
undercover.
think it's 100%. Like they go. Through
I
the
think
sewage
I
systems.
truly think you have it spot on. So we'll see. Daenerys, her braiding game is stepped up in this season.
got a new
Got
outfit
cool,
yet
some
again.
cool,
New
some cool
wardrobe.
braids. All right.
Jamie charging through. Everything's lit on fire. Is this the end of Jamie?
I hope not.
Yeah, that'd be pretty lame if it is.
Anticlimactic, I'd say. I want him to go out with a bang.
It might be. Maybe he kills a dragon and
He
dies.
needs. I think he needs redemption.
You
Because
don't think he
he's-
redeemed
I
himself
don't think
already?
that he's redeemable.
Well, he's
I don't
been
think
known as the
anyone is
Kingslayer.
redeemable.
I want him to be the Queenslayer now, but it'll go down in history as awesome. I don't know.
There always has been that thing where he looks in the book and there's nothing besides he killed the king.
Yeah.
So
So make it a queen, and then you got a pair.
looks pretty mad. Has a lot of ash and stuff on him. Rest in peace, Jamie.
So then we got the ship fight again. Huge explosion.
We got Tormund Giantsbane murdering some people. He's definitely part
Oh,
of
you're
Jon's
right.
crew.
Daenerys is for sure on the back of that.
I'm the best ever. We have some Dothraki charging.
That's a sweet shot.
Yara and Theon.
That's right before they jump off the ship.
No, as you see, like it looks like Euron's fleet is like has those things that they had in the season 6 finale when they were launching stuff at, I think it's Marine, those like fire catapults.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yep.
pretty much what this is.
Okay.
We got more Lannister people setting up. Here's like the,
The
final
money shot.
stand
Like,
against,
come on. Like, how good does that get? Go back.
Who do
Look
we
at
think
that.
is? We got Tormund behind him.
To the left, no idea. I could not tell
We
you.
have Beric, and then we have it might be the Hound, but then he has a bald spot, so I don't know.
No, go back and play that one more time.
Okay.
That's sweet.
It looks like he's
That may
wearing
be-
Night's Watch stuff.
It's funny. 2 shots from this trailer. Maybe my favorite shots in the show. Like 2 of my favorite shots in the
Mhm.
show. This is one of them right here. And then the last shot of the trailer is pretty much one of my favorites as well. I believe it's the last shot, right?
Yeah,
Nate?
yeah. And you have Tormund behind him. Like I don't know who that is, but he looks like he has 2 daggers.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like 2 short swords.
Have we seen that in any character?
We've seen the guy. What's his name? He kills. Like he's part of like he kills Craster and them. He uses like those short knives, but he's dead. So
Yeah. So
and
it's,
he's a D-bag.
it's confirmed he's brought back to life.
But Beric brought him back. See,
The final goodbye.
yeah, look
before
at you can see because Grey Worm looks like he's like
sad.
sad. Bye bye Grey Worm. Tyrion looking confused as always. Could this that look kind
That
of looks like
Bronn.
the Hound?
It looks like kind of like
Well,
Bronn.
if you look, he kind of has like a beard though, like the Hound does, but he's not wearing any pants.
Exactly. It's Bronn. That's Bronn. Bronn probably just got out of a brothel or something. The Hound
Or-
would never not wear pants. I could never picture the Hound not wearing
Or
pants.
could this be a flashback? One of Bran's flashbacks.
Could be. Oh, maybe a young Ned Stark, maybe.
Go back and play it at regular speed.
That's all it is. You can't see his face. It's just like blocked out by the
So we
lens
got
flare.
3 options. I don't think it's the Hound. I'm gonna cross out the Hound personally. I think it's either, you're right, flashback, maybe a young Ned Stark or someone of that prestige.
Rhaegar Targaryen. Young
No.
Robert Baratheon.
Could be any of those.
Wait, no. If you look in the background, there's Lannisters on the shields.
So it's like a Casterly Rock Gladiator.
Oh, that
arena
could be
type
Could be
of-
King's Landing. I don't know.
I guess we'll find out. It could be whoever's head of Casterly Rock right now
Let's look
too.
let's look at the. So yeah, nothing special about the sword.
Yeah.
Okay. John wearing Stark stuff looks like he might be at Dragonstone with Davos.
Interesting. Yeah, they don't have that white color grading.
Plus in the background,
or
you
that
kinda
not
see,
white, the blue.
You kind of see like that kind of rock formation that we see.
Yep.
When
So that he's part of the party that's coming up the wall then? Jon Snow?
Oh, he could. Melisandre looking out.
very good
Right?
pickup. Yeah, that could be possible. That could also be bad for Melisandre because he said the next time they
Yeah.
see her.
Oh my god, that may be why she's looking all sketched out.
But still, like she said that she would see Arya again. Maybe Arya's with Davos and Jon.
That'd be sweet. I'd love to see Arya and Jon get back together.
Because we do see her on a horse, kind of with the same color grading.
Yep.
Maybe she's riding. With
I think
them.
they may be on horses in this shot.
So that was everyone on the beach was them arriving at Dragonstone.
Yeah, but the thing is it's.
But she was
it's
on a horse right after
It's
that.
also
Never mind.
on an island, so you need a ship to get over there. So
They were all there was a party on a boat coming off of the beach, the same beach that Daenerys
Yep.
was coming up to.
Yep.
John
That's pretty
looking like
cool.
man Davos is the coolest character. I agree. We keep
Sweet
going.
shot.
Do we see?
I think this is last episode of this season.
Is that John? It has to be, right?
It looks like
Yeah.
Because he blocks his weapon.
Yep. And
And that's Longclaw. You can see the wolf.
Yep, and I think this is the last episode. Obviously, I think it's pretty clear.
Also,
don't you?
or no, I don't know, because they said the pacing in the season's insane.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
so
my.
we'll see. I don't know how they're surviving this, but that's Dothraki riding on a dragon fire. It looks like.
Wow. Okay.
Also, looks like Dragonstone or something. Theon collapsing.
Great. That's a great shot. Right
Probably after he loses Yara. We see Euron
there. Looking
getting-
insane as ever.
Yeah, so he's shaved up too.
Something in my throat.
Euron's all shaved up too. He's got a different look, kind of. So I'm interested to see what they do with him because he could be definitely a threat for everyone if he's insane, which he probably is. We see Drogon here looking massive.
You got an alien shot right there.
We keep going with this whole lone wolf dies, pack survives thing. We see that same shot.
See, okay, get a better. In the other trailer, it was zoomed in a little bit more. I
But
think.
where are you saying the bottom right?
No, bottom middle. In the other one, it looked a little bit smaller. Maybe we just had it too far along.
back. Go back. Stop.
But now it doesn't really look like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Now
You
the-
said 12 plus
plus
Jon.
John, but I don't think Jon Snow's in the shot.
He's not, and there's
I
obviously
think this is their last stand where they all die.
without John.
Yeah, because we see a shot of
Without
John
Jon.
riding with a horse,
Okay.
which could be Benjen's horse. People have been saying.
Oh, I'm so excited.
See,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wait, hold on. Go back. I was
Yep.
trying to look
it
at
is John. You see Lon. You see the wolf. On
And
Lon.
look
Yeah.
at look at the wait, go back. Look at the horse's cheek. Kind of looks undead a little bit.
I don't know. People still think Benjen fights for the Night's King as well, like he's under his control. That'd be interesting, but I don't know.
He
I feel
kills
like
maybe John kills Benjen or too far.
possibly it's a big reunion
'Cause,
either way because
mean, if
John
he-
joined the Night's Watch because of Benjen.
Yeah, like
and,
Benjen was honestly John's hero almost. Like it
Yeah.
appeared in the first season.
hmm His like 3 episodes that he had, and then he disappeared till.
I liked his character. I did.
hmm
Benjen.
He just came back though. What did he do? He
saved,
he
Bran and
saved
Mira.
Bran, yeah.
That's right.
with his like flaming mace thing.
Okay, we keep going a little bit further.
We have the
and
final shot.
I think that this is one of the best shots in Game of Thrones history.
But what do we think this is? Because look, we see people just standing there. We see him killing a person,
Is that? Yeah, I don't know.
and then we see fire in the background. Barrick's sword could not have caused that.
That's where they're at for that when the
Last
guys
Stand.
are climbing up. Yeah,
Yeah.
for the last stand up on top there.
What is it? Fist of the First Men? Is that the thing? Because that was like a plateau too when they find the dragon glass.
Fist of the
buried.
First Man's way up there. This looks more like
Okay.
it's flattened out area.
There's so much mystery to the shot for me, and this shot's awesome, but I don't know because
This is the final shot. Let's break it down the best we can. Is it Dragonfire up there? People say it's Dragonfire.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
Dragonfire would be like napalm. You'd have a huge thing of Dragonfire.
Did you just pronounce it napalm?
Napalm, napalm, same thing.
We have people just standing there. John looking like
Like a
he
badass,
just won or something.
or just being done. Maybe
Yeah,
John's dead again.
yeah, might as well. It looks like someone is on fire up there in the top left.
Yep,
I don't know.
or something.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
looks pretty big. That looks pretty
There's
big.
also stuff on top right in front of John. I don't know.
Yep. I mean, it could be Dragonfire. I would just expect a lot more of it if it was a dragon.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like
Because
when they first...
you never know. Maybe during that last stand, Danny comes in. They all die. John's still alive, and Danny saves the day.
No, I think it's a defense that they put up, like
Yeah.
those little sprites.
Because it
from
reminds, the
from-
Children of the Forest.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that when like they were charging but then the White Walkers can just walk right through it. So
Well,
maybe
the
it's
main
just,
guy can. The whole horde couldn't. They had to wait for
yeah,
him.
like the whites, all the
Mm.
zombie people. Yeah, it probably could be a defense.
Interesting. Yeah.
But that's it. That's
And-
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Season 7. I'm hype.
I'm so excited.
this Sunday, right?
This
This
Sunday. At what time is it? I forget because
8
we
p.m. I don't know.
8 p.m. Eastern,
9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m.
I have HBO
Eastern.
now. I don't think I get it live.
You get it right when it goes.
Yeah, as soon as it airs
as
on
soon
TV,
as the
you have
first
access
minute
to
it
it.
airs, you can watch it.
But anyway, so
Or you can just pirate the whole season right now. Just kidding. I
So
don't know if it's available.
we'll be back
Definitely
with
do
the We Know Nothing podcast for the episodes. We will have an episode coming out with 1 and 2 combined because me and Nick will be on vacation. But when we come back after that, we'll do one for every single episode, and we may have some.
You know what? You guys just go ahead and take it off. I think I got this.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious that I can carry an entire episode by myself. Everyone knows my voice by now.
I agree.
But yeah, like we plan to do a lot of stuff under like this moniker of We Know Nothing, based
Yeah.
on like news that comes out.
Obviously, for as long as Game of Thrones goes.
maybe
so,
some spin-offs too, because they've been talking about that as well.
Yes.
5.
5.
They were talking about 5 different shows as spinoffs.
They have 5 different possibilities.
That
for
sketches me out.
spin-offs.
and
They're gonna choose one of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Two. I can see them going.
Hey,
two.
if they're making as much money as they are with this from the spinoffs, they'll make all 5.
Yeah. And I got some friends watching through Game of Thrones right now for the first time, so I plan on after season 6, I'm going to do a podcast with them, see how they feel about it, and then I might release each single episode, their reaction to every single episode, because we did like the Red Wedding one, and they're pretty invested right now, so
Yeah,
we'll see how
yeah.
that goes. But we're definitely going to be doing one for each episode, probably a giant one for the season finale. With probably split that one into 2 where we talk about the season
Maybe
finale
have some guests on too.
Yeah.
That also some other people that watch the show and
and have
enjoy
some
it.
predictions for season 8 as well after that.
Yeah,
Um,
and I'm pretty sad that's the last one, season 8. That'll be
Before we
sad.
go, what do you think is the biggest name that you think will die this season?
Cersei.
Come back to me.
Okay,
Okay.
let me say one thing. Are you talking in the game or in the show?
Why?
From the watching aspect or from the actual Game of Thrones? Because I think Peter and Cersei are going to die this season. From the Game of Thrones perspective, I think Peter is by far a bigger player. But from a viewer, I think Cersei's death will be one of the biggest in the show ever to
Yeah.
this date.
Yeah, I think Cersei and Jaime are dying this season.
Yeah, I forgot to keep that in there too. I think Jaime's for sure dying with Cersei, but Cersei has been in it since the beginning. Same with Jaime, but Cersei she's had this massive character arc that I think it's going to come to an end this season.
And I do think that the whole last hero thing, I think all those people will die too. The Hound, Thoros, Beric.
Yes, yeah.
Clegane Bowl isn't happening. I'm sorry.
I don't even like the mountain. This character. I don't know. It's just something about it makes me
Is
mad.
Arya killing the Mountain? people think Arya's gonna kill him.
That would make me so happy. I hope so. I really do, because I like Arya, and that'd be awesome.
And he's on her list. So is Cersei.
Let us pray. Let us pray.
All right.
I think I agree with you. I think Jamie.
Yeah.
I think Jamie's gone.
Mm-hmm. It'll be sad because hopefully his storyline pays off because I think he's got a big setup to fulfill. Same thing with everyone.
Well,
in the show, really.
I just kind of expect and hope that, he kills Cersei. Obviously, he'd probably die soon after, but I hope he kills Cersei. And instead of being known as like the Queen Slayer or something, he's actually
Known as,
people
like, this-
people respect him for this instead of bringing him down for like with the King Slayer. What happened with that?
We may have to table this for the next episode, but I want to put on the table that Cersei Lannister is a better mother than Catelyn Stark.
All right, we'll come back to that. We'll see.
Whoa,
We'll see how things play out. But
that's a hot take. I can see where you would think that, but we'll save it for the next episode.
thank you guys so much for listening to the We Know Nothing podcast, and we'll see you back for the next episodes.
See ya.
Bye.